The 16th century was a time of huge change and discovery. From 1501 to 1600, the world was transformed in many ways. New ideas were challenging old beliefs. Explorers were sailing to unknown lands. It was the start of the modern world as we know it. The Renaissance, which began in the 14th century, was in full swing. This period was all about rediscovering the art and ideas of ancient Greece and Rome. It was a time of great creativity and learning. The Renaissance had a huge impact on the arts. Painters like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo created masterpieces that are still admired today. Writers like William Shakespeare and Miguel de Cervantes produced plays and novels that are still read and performed. The Renaissance wasn't just about art, it was also a time of new ideas and ways of thinking. Humanism, which emphasized the value of human beings, became very influential. The 16th century was also the age of exploration. European explorers sailed across the oceans, discovering new lands and cultures. Christopher Columbus's voyages to the Americas in the late 15th and early 16th centuries opened up a whole new world to Europeans. Ferdinand Magellan's expedition circumnavigated the globe, proving that the Earth is round. These voyages led to trade, colonization, and the exchange of ideas and goods between Europe and the rest of the world. The 16th century saw incredible scientific discoveries. Nicolaus Copernicus challenged the long-held belief that the Earth was the center of the universe. He proposed a heliocentric model with the sun at the center. Galileo Galilei used the newly invented telescope to make groundbreaking observations of the moon, stars, and planets, supporting Copernicus's theories. These discoveries revolutionized our understanding of the universe. Life in the 16th century was very different from life today. Most people lived in rural areas and worked in agriculture. Life expectancy was shorter, and diseases like the plague were common. Social hierarchy was rigid, with nobles and clergy at the top and peasants at the bottom. Daily life revolved around the seasons, with work and celebrations dictated by the agricultural calendar. The food we eat. Food in the 16th century was simple and based on what was available locally. Bread, cheese, and vegetables were staples for most people. Meat was a luxury for the wealthy. Spices, brought back from the East by explorers, were highly prized and added flavor to food. New foods, such as potatoes and tomatoes, were introduced to Europe from the Americas. Clothing and fashion. Clothing in the 16th century was a sign of social status. The wealthy wore elaborate outfits made from expensive fabrics like silk and velvet. They adorned themselves with jewelry and accessories. Peasants wore simpler clothing made from wool or linen. Men typically wore breeches and tunics, while women wore long gowns and headdresses. Lasting impressions. The 16th century left a lasting legacy on the world. The Renaissance transformed art, literature, and culture. The age of exploration expanded our knowledge of the globe and led to globalization. Scientific discoveries changed our understanding of the universe. The 16th century was a period of immense change that shaped the world we live in today. A connected world. The 16th century marked a turning point in history. It was a time of new beginnings and expanding horizons. The discoveries, ideas, and events of this era continue to influence us today. We are connected to the 16th century in countless ways. The 16th century reminds us that the world is constantly changing and that human ingenuity and curiosity know no bounds. It is a period that continues to fascinate and inspire us centuries later. Like and subscribe to know more about the history.